SABC News reporter Nhlamulo Mabasa is currently monitoring all developments from the Lebombo Border post and joins us now for the latest. Nhlamulo, a very good afternoon to you. So what can you tell us now about the current situation at Lebombo? We understand, of course, according to the BMA earlier on, it has been a relatively quiet day, except for that those few arrests of about 100 people that were trying to gain entry through the border fraudulently.
Good afternoon, Alicia. I guess we are at the border port of entry ever since in the few hours that we've been here. I was listening to the insert that you were saying when you were talking to Meme earlier on in the interview. What she was saying, I can actually confirm that it is actually, situation is still the same here at the border, Lebombo port of entry. Everything is still quiet. I'll just try to move a bit out of shot so that we can show you currently what is happening here at the border. This has been the situation for the past few days, ever since they suspended a cargo from crossing between South Africa and Mozambique. As you can see there, Alicia, there is no movement whatsoever. With those few trucks that you see there, they belong to the same company. When we tried to speak to them a bit earlier on, they actually explained to us that the reason why they are here, they are being forced by their employers to just camp here, just to wait for green light, if they will be able to be given the green light when the situation has come in Mozambique for them to cross. At this moment, they do not know when that will be, but because of instructions from their employees, they will be here. They are staying here, and the situation here is not quite friendly because there's no place for them to bath and a situation like that. But if we go into the right, you will see that the movement of private vehicles and pedestrian is normal. It's quite slow today. It's quiet, actually, here at the border. So there's actually nothing much that is happening, Alicia, here at the border. It's quite quiet. It's just people crossing over, going home. Those who came to town to come and buy groceries in Komati Port and going back into Mozambique. That is what is happening here at the border.
Nhlamulo, I mean, we understand there were, of course, alternatives that were put in place for specifically smaller vehicles to go via the Eswatini border. So is there any alternatives for the cargo as well as the trucks that have to move through the border?
Please repeat that. We are struggling to hear you, Alicia, because of network here at the border.
Yes, Nhlamulo, we understand that, of course, there was alternative measures that were available for those light motor vehicles to go through the Eswatini border. But is there any alternative plans for the trucks that are carrying cargo, trying to gain entry into South Africa to do so?
Alicia, when we spoke to actually the commissioner a few days ago, that's actually what he mentioned, that there are other alternatives of border where truck drivers can cross into the neighboring countries using other ports of entries. But here where we are stationed, every cargo that tries to pass here, they actually turn back and told that they will not be allowed to be processed or to cross into Mozambique. So here at the border, at this specific border, which is the Lebombo port of entry, there is no activity whatsoever. People are being turned back, or rather cargo is being turned back. And some, when you drive in a few kilometers from here, which is kilometer 7, and the neighboring towns from here, you can see trucks that are parked in trying to be safe. Some are alongside of the road, on the road, just trying to get the green light, like I highlighted a bit earlier on. But right now there is just nothing happening here. Everything has been suspended.
All right. And then very quickly, Nhlamulo, the BMA also spoke about, of course, having assistance with police that are ready for any eventuality close to the border. Have you witnessed any police maintaining high visibility close to the border?
Alicia, I can confirm when we're driving up and down today, it's just normal police visibility that you'll see every time you come into the border, or rather trying to cross the port of entry. It's normal police visibility. Even here, when I will even try to move out a bit again, when my colleague will try to show you that it's just it's normal, it's normal police. The number, I think, also, according to what I see here on the ground, I think it has decreased of the police that are here. But I think maybe they are preparing in some instance but police visibility on the road, driving to the port, also in Komati Port, it's just normal police visibility, Alicia.
And Nhlamulo, has there been any incidents that have been reported beside the 100 arrests of those Mozambicans that were trying to gain entry into the country legally?
Kindly repeat that.
Yes, Nhlamulo, has there been any other incidents that have been reported besides, of course, those 100 Mozambicans that were trying to gain entry into the country legally?
No, Alicia, at this point in time, today we're unable to talk to the BMA to get such numbers actually to find out if there were any arrests. But it's just unfortunate, before you came or before you crossed to us, I think a minute before you crossed to us, we could see a number of people actually crossing the border illegally. So I'm actually trying to look and see if we can able to see them. I think they have walked away, but you could see my colleague is again trying to capture that moment, because they are walking. If you can see here, there's a fence. Alicia, there's actually two people that are coming from Mozambique crossing into the country. So the arrest, I don't know if it happens when we're here, because in the past few days in this border, there was a lot of media, a lot of activity that was happening here. But ever since we arrived today, we could see it's business as usual. People are crossing in between the two countries illegally, so Alicia.